Yo guys, how's it going? We are back for another episode of our Accrington career mode, where today we have started out this season 3 from 3, 3 wins from 3, all ending in 2-1 victories for us. We today have 2 games before we go back into 3 games again in the next episode, but today we have a game against Cardiff at home in the league, then a game against Luton away. So let's give it our best shot at trying to get ourselves an even better start to this season. Let's go. And here we are for our first game of today's episode against Cardiff, back at the Wham Stadium for our first game in a couple of games, I believe. I think the last one we played was away from home, and against Birmingham, I know we were definitely away for that, but it's our first league game back at home, if the last one wasn't at home. But yeah, let's see what we can do today. We've brought in only one change, which is Longello has gone off and Onel Hernandez has came on at left mid. I was going to bring on Koulibaly, but I wanted to give Onel a chance and see what he can do. Let's go. We've got Dalbert giving the ball out to Pierre. It's a bit of a long build up of an attack, this one, but we're doing decent so far. That was poor decision making there, and Ojo is the man coming forward at the moment. Hamilton has blocked him off quite nicely. Rules can give the ball to O'Dowda, and he's done Dalbert completely. He's in. It's going to be a goal. It's going to be classed as an own goal, I think, there, because I'm pretty sure Savin did make the save and it's bounced in off of my defender. I'm not too sure who it is. He left our man for dead there, though, I can't lie. Rogers should have done better, yes it is. So Savin didn't actually make the save, but I think it might have been going wide. And it's a very nice finish, to be fair, from the centre-back, but into the wrong goal. He wasn't really holding down that right-hand side like we normally have from Guest, or we have from the man that got injured. Cannot remember his name, but I do not care right now, as Jackson is through on goal. Top goal scorer from last season continues to score this. That's his second goal so far this season in 3 league games. He hasn't scored in the cup yet, but a big goal there from Jackson. It was a beautiful ball through the centre. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Hamilton that actually played that through, but a beautiful finish into that bottom corner, calmly done, and it is a beautiful, beautiful goal at this point in time, as it takes it to 1 apiece. Right then, boys, back underway again, as we'll try and get a tackle in. Not quite happening as of yet, but we've looked decent so far. The only man that's really troubled us is this man on the ball at the moment, O'Dowda. Or I think that's how you pronounce his name, but I don't really care, as Sawyers has just managed to pace through the defence there. Tragic from the centre-backs, no reaction to him running through. The end of the first half, boys, a 1-1 draw at half-time. Quite even, I'd like to say. Both teams look a little bit shaky at the back. Cardiff definitely having the better of the chances, though, in that first half. Definitely looked a lot more shaky from us at the back, as obviously an own goal got scored. And since then, it has not looked great at the back, I'm not going to lie to you, boys. So there's been a lot of gaps in our defence that Cardiff have definitely made advantages of, but not put themselves in the lead because of it. I'm going to play this off from Dalbert to Rogers, if he can play it off to Hamilton, which he's done quite nicely. And Hamilton has done well to keep hold of the ball in that position. Yarmouk plays it nicely out wide to Pierre. If he can dink a ball in, it's well over hit that time. But Hamilton there again collects it nicely to Coyle. Will feed that off to Yarmouk, who's in some space, takes the shot, but gets saved by the keeper. But decent positioning there from Yarmouk to lose his man. Field to whip this one in. It's a decent cross, and it's caused the keeper a little bit of an issue. That did not look like the best of headers, but the keeper I don't think was expecting that one to come in. He definitely needs to get back into position. Rogers was well out of position there, but it kind of served as well as he got the interception, as O'Neill can try and find a pass, and he did, but not the best, and he can slide it back through for Yarmouk. If he can get his feet going, he can. He's slayed it off to Jackson, and it's another 2-1 game currently. It's Jackson with his second of the game, his third of the season. Yarmouk with the assist this time, and this was the combination last season, well, from halfway through last season. Yarmouk linking up with Jackson, and that was just a god tier, just clean link-up play, as it's proved to be here. I thought it might have been a bit of a flop when I first played that pass from Yarmouk, but nice footwork from Jackson, puts it into the back of the net, and it's 2-1 again, boys. Seems to be a bit of a weird one at the moment, because they are sort of luring us into a bit of false sense of security. But right now, again, our attacking just seems way too powerful for Cardiff. Two counter-attackers, as we've come forward ourselves, field into the box. It's going to have to be, no, not worked out. And again, we're going to whip this in with field a little bit deeper this time, and it's towards Hurst, which is the man I was aiming for. Rogers back to field. Hurst has just asked for it again in the centre, and again it's not really founding. Koulibaly to Rogers, back to field, who has a lot of space this time, and drives it himself, and again it's saved by the keeper. And there's just so much power at the end of our games at the moment that the team just doesn't look like they're going to give up a goal and look like they're going to add more, as we did in the last game and the game before. And Koulibaly's done very nicely. Look at the gap in the centre, and Hurst has managed to put the ball wide. George. If that was Jackson, that would have been his hat-trick. I guarantee that would have been his hat-trick, but he's just put that one wide. Here we go, ball played long this time, and we've managed to come up, win the header. I don't know why that was not a foul, but Yarmouk is the man on the ball. He can slide a ball straight through for Hurst again, and he's managed to put the shot straight at the keeper this time. And there we go, boys, a 2-1 victory against Cardiff. 4 games, 4 wins, and 4 2-1 victories. What is happening right now? I don't have a clue, but 2-1 all over the park at the moment. Looking good. Jackson scored 2 goals. George Hurst should have added another 2. And right at the end there, Cardiff were pushing, but a little too hard for the equaliser, and it nearly cost them another couple of goals, but we got away with it. A 2-1 win. Right then, boys, so post-match interview. Let's see what they have to say today. A great win and a great performance from Jackson. He capped a good team display, because, to be fair, he didn't do too much other than score the goals, and I'm not saying that scoring the goals ain't a big deal, but he wasn't really involved in the game other than that. Just 1 goal in it. Are you happy with today's performance? Yes, because we should have scored more. At the end of the day, we definitely should have had more goals today. And did you ever feel like this wasn't going to be your day? Not a chance, because we were the better side in that second half by a mile. And after that, we've seen that Adodonyan has gone out on loan to Tigre, or Tiger, whichever one you want to pronounce it. And Longjello has said he's happy that I've put him on the transfer list. And here we are for our second game of today's episode, boys. We are away in Luton today, hopefully trying to pick up another 3 points if possible. But at the end of the day, we've had a very good run so far, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we get absolutely battered in this one. Luton are quite a decent side when it comes to it. They are currently not actually in the top half of the league, though. Where are they? They're 13th, which is quite surprising. We are currently 3rd, which is a bit of a madness, above Brentford and Fulham, who have just both came down. The only team that we ain't above of at the moment is Notts Forest, who are top of the league. But we'll put in our best performance that we possibly can today. Couple changes to tell you about is Lowe has came on for Jackson up front because Jackson was a little bit tired. We've brought Benzia on for Yarmouk because, again, a little bit tired, just want to freshen up the squad a little bit. We've brought on Baba Fernandez back into the side for his first game in the Championship. And also we have changed the guy at right back, Pierre, for Arjo, as you'll see here. But that is all the changes. Oh wait, no, one more. Coyle has came off and Besic has came into the side. But that is the side we're going with today. And that was tragic. And Adebayo is on the ball. He's beaten his man. It could be dangerous. It should be 1-0 here. And we've managed to get a good save actually out of Savin, and I think that's going to be a goal kick. No, it won't be a goal kick if it came off Savin, you absolute idiot. But yeah, corner, good save there from Savin, very good. Right, so far Luton looking like definitely the hardest team we've faced so far, and look the most threatening out of the two sides at the moment. And that is another big chance, and it's another massive save from Savin. This time it is over the bar from Mpanzu. Big chance there, and I genuinely thought that was going in when he hit that, but luckily just over the bar, and Savin has saved us big time so far. Right, Field whipping the ball in. It's a deep cross towards Baba Fernandez. It's found it. No, it hasn't quite found its way to Rogers, but it has found its way to Besic, who's carried it out wide. It's a beautiful cross. A beautiful cross there from Besic, and I think it's Benzia who has managed to put that volley into the back of the net. It is indeed. Keeper there for Luton should definitely have done better, but I think that's our first shot at goal really, and the keeper probably should be claiming that there. I'm not going to lie, don't get me wrong, it was falling towards Benzia, but he could have very much reacted a lot quicker there, and it's a good finish, but a lot of power in that. But to be fair, the keeper probably could have done better, but Benzia gets his first goal in an Accrington shirt. Luton were going to dominate us this game, and we've managed to get away with getting a goal first. I wouldn't count too much on that, because I think we will need to score more than just the one today, and hopefully it's not a 2-1 victory once more, but if we can try and get a second, it will be beautiful. And it's that time a bit of an easier save for Savin. That is a poor decision, and that is a massively poor decision, as Campbell is the man on the run, and it could be a big chance, and it's another massive save from Savin, looking a boss at the moment. He can try and race away. We need some support for him though, if we can find that ball inside to Benzia, but Burke just had the pace on him, unfortunately. We've managed to get the ball straight back though. If we can try and find some quick passing play, I reckon we'll be able to find another way through Luton again here, as Benzia again is in, and he's managed to put that one at the near post but into the keeper's hands. He should have done a little bit better there, I think. We'll play this to O'Neill again. Now Benzia finds the ball off to Hamilton. Not too much space at the moment for us to work with, but we can find that ball into Lowe, who is through, and he has had his shot saved. There's just a couple of gaps opening up in the Luton defence. A lot of it is very tight, but if you find that one gap, it's quite easy to get through, but it's just the problem of finding that gap at the moment. That's half time, boys. We have gone in on the most unlikely of games 1-0 up, because they started the game very, very heavily, looking like they were going to absolutely dominate us. We managed to nullify that with the goal with Benzia, getting his first goal for Accrington in his first league game for us. And yeah, we haven't looked great. Well, no, we have looked very good, to be fair. Against the level of opposition we're playing against, we have looked decent. We've looked probably not the better side. It's been quite an even game, to be fair. After they had their little flurry at the start, Savin is the only reason why we are not a couple of goals down instead of one goal up at the moment, to be fair. But yeah, hopefully more of the same in the second half, but just a little bit more towards and a little bit less to them. Definitely caused us some issues so far in this game. We have not looked content with him. His pace and power definitely causing some issues at the moment, but Hamilton is the man on the ball, will find the ball out wide to Field, and this is the man that you do not want to let loose on this right hand side, and it's exactly what you've done, boys, and that is the reason. You do not want to leave our little magician on that right hand side, well, quite tall magician actually, but Field, you do not want to leave him alone on that right hand side, and we managed to draw the right back in this time, find our way round the back. Keeper probably should do better from that angle, but it's a beautifully placed finish into that top right corner, or top left corner shall I say. Beautifully placed finish. Keeper probably should have done better, but we're 2-0 up, boys, and like I say, in the most unlikely of games so far. And here we go, back underway, and the thing is with these sides, as soon as you unlock them and you know what makes them tick, it's a lot easier to break them down for the second time. But Mpazu has just absolutely ripped us a new one there, and it is 2-1. Right, just as I was bigging ourselves up, Savin, you've made a lot harder saves than that so far, and you have absolutely flopped that save. I'm sorry, but that was worse of a shot than Fields just had at the other end. To be fair, that's a better placed finish, but Savin did a lot worse at goalkeeping that. He should have done a hell of a lot better there. Hell of a lot better. Drives forward, beats all of their men in the foot race so far. Benzia picks it up in the centre. Has not done well again there though, Benzia. He's managed to take the ball back, but it's looking a little bit slow from Benzia at the moment as Hamilton picks up the ball. And again, the right back has lost Field. He's in the same position and it's nearly the same result. How close was that to being a third? This is looking very shaky at the minute for the boys. Not looked good at all in these last couple of minutes. We have not had the ball in their half. And what is that from Fernandez there? And it's going to be 2-2. It is our first time that we are going to have a different scoreline this season. As Cornick drives through the centre. Don't know where the defence went. Where was Rogers here? Why did Baba Fernandez back off? He shouldn't have backed off. That was his fault there. Left a massive gap again for Cornick. And like I say, in these last few minutes, they did look like the more dangerous side. And it looked like they were going to score. And it's exactly what they've done. It's 2 apiece. Rogers hasn't been able to get there quicker than his man. Adebayo is here, but Baba Fernandez, you ain't beating this man. You are not beating him, apart from the one mistake that you did. But that's not the point. Right, Field to Arjo. Arjo to find a ball round the back to Jackson. Jackson didn't come on, but Lowe is. Lowe is still on, and he's put the ball wide. What a tragic effort. I'm sorry, but that is poor from Lowe. He should have at least found the target there. That could have been 3-2. See, my guy was showing him how to kick the ball there. Probably very unlikely at the moment, as right now Mpazu has managed to beat Dalbert, but it's a good interception this time. One last attack maybe. Nope, Koulibaly's been blocked off. That's a poor touch. It could lead to a 3-2 loss here. This could lead to a 3-2 loss. Baba Fernandez hasn't managed to pick up his man, and it's a very big save there from Savin. If they score from this corner, I will not play Jamal Lowe in ages. You can't blow the whistle. Ref, don't blow the whistle there when Koulibaly had 2 men that he could have raced against. That would have been 3-2. But we have finally got a different victory to what we've had so far. We didn't get a victory actually this time. We still did score 2 goals, but this time we conceded 2 to go with it. A 2-2 draw. We're still undefeated in 5 games so far this season, including a cup game, so we're not doing bad. But we should have defended better. There was, like I say, there was a couple of mistakes in that game that Luton very easily could have scored more against us. But we should have hung on for victory. If not, when we got pinned back to level, we should have got another one at the end of that game there, to be honest. Right then, boys, post-match interview. Let's see what they have to say. We have... why did you sub Benzia off? He won't always play. You have to take your chance when it comes. he won't always play. At the end of the day, he scored the goal, so you can't be criticising him to say, oh, he isn't playing well. He scored the goal at the start of the game, which put us in the lead in the first place. A close game. Are you happy with the draw? At least we didn't let the draw slip away, which could have happened. We didn't defend like I know we can, and a frustrating day for us, to be honest. I'll say we didn't defend like we can, because that was very true. There was a couple of gaps in there that was left that really shouldn't have been. And finally, were you worried when they got the equaliser? Yes. I'm happy we didn't lose, to be honest, because it was looking like we were going to at one point. We got a player chat here from Caden Jackson saying, I needed to let you know I've been reading some of the stuff that people have been saying lately about me and my future. I just wanted to ask you to give me another chance to prove I'm the right man for the job here. I'm baffed. I'm so baffed. He had one game on the bench and he's saying that he feels like he's going to get traded out. You absolute pillock. Right then, so we have a transfer offer for Toby Savin here from whatever that side is. Not being horrible, but Vavakar's Faith Karakumoric. I don't know how you pronounce that, but they are offering us a 22-year-old centre mid with 170,000. Not a chance. Right then, boys, so that is where we're going to end today's episode. We have gone undefeated so far, 5 games in all competitions with 4 wins and a draw against, obviously, Luton in that last game. In the next episode, we have 3 games again for you. This time it will be a home game to start it again, which will be against Preston. We've got then a away cup game against Colchester and away league game again against Huddersfield. So basically the same way that the first episode was, just that these two, the cup game and the league game, have switched round, but literally home, away. But yeah, so far perfect start to the season. Absolutely loving the way this team is playing so far. We are currently top of the table, as Forest actually lost their game, 4th game. We are joint top of the league with QPR, 3 wins and a draw, our first season in the Championship, and we are top of the league table. Madness. I did not know that before clicking on it. Where are the rest of the boys? Did Ipswich come up with us? Well, Cardiff, that we've just beat, are currently 23rd. Huddersfield, who we've got in the next episode, are currently 22nd. What other team we're playing? Preston, who are currently 4th in the league, actually. Okay, they're a lot higher than I thought they'd be. And yeah, Luton's still down there in 13th after that draw against us. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next episode, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please do leave a like, subscribe if you are new. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one, boys. Peace.
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I'll just buy a new watch, time to make my wrist ring.